Whether you're in between the pipes or in between the ropes, it's all about timing, anticipation, and action. Cross country in itself is kind of a social sport. You might find someone who is able to push you in practice. But when it comes down to it on race day, the only one you have to beat is yourself. So dragon boating is basically like having an orchestra in a boat. It sounds strange, but it really isn't. Think of the paddle as a violinist's bow. How about those boats?
Did you get in one?
No.
Oh,
no.
come on. Yeah.
But I'd love to.
Yeah,
We were just
will you?
saying it looks like the space shuttle, for heaven's sake.
They were telling me what to look for, and I saw that. I'm like, what is that? Is that, it's a boat.
And
You
how
gotta
far?
watch out for the ice. You're very, very correct in
Yeah.
that.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
Well, Norman joins us now with a preview of sports, and we had a rivalry matchup in hockey tonight.
Yeah, speaking of ice, I guess. The Greyhounds and the Lumberjacks. That's going to be a good one. Stick around. I'm going to show this to you after the break. You're watching the KBJR 6 News at 10. Sports is next. In boys hockey, we have a rivalry match for you. Third-ranked Duluth East face up with Cloquet Esco Carleton. Now, they've won 13 of the last 15 against the Lumberjacks. They carved a little ice tonight. Let's go to the Northwoods Credit Union Arena. In the first period, the Lumberjacks strike first. Ryan Borjolt, one-on-one. He roofs it. 1-0 Lumberjacks. Then the Greyhounds respond. Luke Lemaster fires at the goal. Luke Dow on the rebound ties the game. Then Lumberjacks Ryan Nelson, blue line shot. Dylan Johnson guides it home. CEC back in the lead. In the second period, the Greyhounds respond again. Garrett Worth throws a wrench into this save attempt and count it. But the Lumberjacks come away with the win tonight. 4-3 was the final score. I'm Norman Seawright in for Zach Schneider. Once-in-a-lifetime events do not come around very often. They're obviously very rare. That's exactly what last night was for every member of the Duluth Marshall boys hockey team. None of the Hilltoppers was alive the last time that program beat Duluth East in 1987. In fact, some of them weren't even alive in 1999. That was the last time the two programs played. So after a 4-0 win last night over their crosstown rival, the celebration understandably spilled over to today for the Hilltoppers. Proctor boxer Amy Lemonader's last fight was with Nova Scotia's Taylor Ross. This is how it started. It ended with a split decision victory. Where'd that come from?
My coach calls it the pterodactyl. I have to kind of grow up, become more of a adult boxer instead of a child brawler.
For the rematch in Nova Scotia, she's changing her fighting style.
I hit with everything I have, and I'm not really focused on dodging punches. I just kind of walk straight forward.
I think this girl's going to be ready for Amy to come out and brawl, and if she utilizes her boxing skills, I'm confident she'll do very well.
She's usually the most defensive when playing goalie for the Proctor Hermantown Mirage. She'll be taking that mindset into the ring.
I mean, whenever you make a mistake, it shows up on the scoreboard. Everybody sees it.
Whether you're in between the pipes or in between the ropes, it's all about timing, anticipation, and action. Lemonader teaches kids classes at Lorenzi's gym, so she has to practice what she preaches.
And those kids see that when they come to the matches, and they see her fire and determination.
Guess who she looks up to?
Ronda Rousey. I mean, I feel like I'm following her. She's definitely a role model of mine.
Which explains her game plan.
Not giving it her all or everything she's got in there is just not even an option for her.
I plan on going to Nova Scotia and showing her that I'm not Minnesota nice.
Rumble, young lady, rumble. In Proctor, Norman Seawright, KBJR 6 and Range 11 Sports. Deciding where to go to college is a huge step.
I always knew, but for most of the summer, I just tested it out. I went on other visits and
finding the right fit. I mean, that's what picking a college ultimately comes down to.
For Superior High School's Brandon Meyer, committing to play basketball for UMD was the right fit.
And the family gets to watch you, friends and that stay around, so yeah, it's nice.
I was very, very happy for him. You know, he wasn't sure if he was going to wait it out, play his senior year and see what came along.
The process, on the other hand, not so easy.
I went through that as a player as well.
So it's nice that Spartans head coach Jake Smith knows how it works.
I talked with Brandon a lot, you know, talked with the college coaches that were interested in him and just kind of guided him through that process.
It was a relief to know before the season, and it was just mostly weight lifted off my shoulders.
Now Meyer and the Spartans can focus on the season. But he is anticipating the move across the lake.
The level of competition, it's going to be a big step from high school, and I know that. I think that's what I'm excited about.
And he's prepared to work hard, because if the future Bulldog is one thing, it's this.
Relentless. Just the goal is to be the best I can be, so that's what I work for.
And he's motivated to leave a legacy.
Throughout my career, I just want to be remembered.
If you want to be one of the best players, you got to work the hardest, and he embraces that role.
He's got the spirit of a Spartan and the tenacity of a Bulldog. In Superior, Norman Seawright, KBJR 6 Sports. All right, the last time Aaron Rodgers threw an interception at Lambeau Field was December of 2012. I was a senior in college, and Viking safety Harrison Smith was the one to pick him off. The last time he threw two at home was in November of 2010, also against the Vikings. I was a sophomore.